Emmerdale has revealed that 3 individuals are under suspicion following an incident in which Cain Dingle becomes the victim of a hit and run, leaving him fighting for survival at the roadside. The ITV drama recently introduced this new plot, showing Cain critically injured after being struck by a fast-moving vehicle while walking along a rural road. According to someone close to the show, he is left disoriented before being discovered by Kyle Winchester. Streaming platforms such as Netflix, iPlayer, and Apple TV continue to host a range of popular content. As the episodes airing during the week beginning 6th of April unfold, viewers and villagers alike are expected to question who may be responsible for hitting Cain. Early preview material has now identified 3 possible culprits through newly released clips. The first preview highlights the main suspects as Kerry Wyatt, Jacob Gallagher, and Graham Foster. While none of them appear to have a direct conflict with Cain at first glance, there may be unexpected developments ahead. Kerry is currently pursuing a separation from her husband Eric Pollard while involved in a relationship with Jai Sharma. Meanwhile, Jacob is struggling under increasing pressure at the hospital due to the harsh behavior of his superior, Dr. Todd. At the same time, Graham is focused on causing problems for Kim Tate. The footage shows each of them appearing tense over a certain situation, though it remains uncertain whether their anxiety stems from personal issues or a possible connection to the accident. Another preview clip captures the moment Kyle comes across Cain lying by the roadside. He immediately contacts emergency services, fearing that his father might not survive the ordeal. During the incident, Cain is speaking on the phone with his wife Moira. A source from the program hinted that one moment he is in conversation with her, and the next he is knocked down and left in a critical state. In an instant, everything shifts for Cain once again, adding to the many challenges he is already facing. However, his immediate priority is receiving urgent medical assistance without delay. Emmerdale preview clips hint at a shocking and violent incident set to unfold next week, as an ambulance is urgently called to the scene of a devastating accident. In the dramatic episodes ahead, relationships are pushed to breaking point, futures hang in the balance, and several characters find themselves facing consequences that could alter their lives forever. Emotions run high across the village, and as tensions escalate, one tragic moment threatens to overshadow everything else. At the center of the emotional turmoil is Rona Goskirk, who is finally forced to confront a decision she has been avoiding for some time. Torn between her loyal husband, Moira Dingle, and her former partner, Graham Foster, she can no longer ignore the complicated feelings pulling her in different directions. Despite her attempts to maintain stability in her marriage, Graham's unexpected presence has stirred unresolved emotions within her. What began as confusion has now developed into something far more intense, leaving her feeling conflicted and uncertain about her future. Seeking clarity, Rona turns to her closest confidant, Vanessa Woodfield, hoping for guidance. In a heartfelt conversation, she opens up about the emotional strain she has been under, admitting that she feels trapped between the life she has built and the one she might still want. Vanessa listens carefully before offering honest advice. She encourages Rona to stop avoiding the truth and instead confront her feelings head-on. According to Vanessa, the only way forward is through honesty, both with herself and with Marlon. She gently urges her to think deeply about what she truly wants and to be brave enough to act on it. However, making such a life-altering decision is far from easy. Rona finds herself questioning everything, from her past choices to her present commitments. While she cares deeply for Marlon and values the life they share, her growing attraction to Graham becomes harder to ignore with each passing day. As Rona struggles internally, events elsewhere in the village begin to spiral out of control. Jacob Gallagher continues to face immense pressure in his professional life, as his working environment becomes increasingly toxic. Under the authority of Dr. Caitlin Todd, he finds himself subjected to constant criticism and harsh treatment. What initially seemed like strict supervision has evolved into something far more damaging, leaving Jacob feeling isolated and powerless. The situation takes a turn when Kerry Wyatt unexpectedly overhears one of Caitlin's aggressive outbursts. Witnessing the way Jacob is spoken to ignites immediate anger within her, and she refuses to stay silent. Without hesitation, Kerry confronts Caitlin, making it clear that such behavior is unacceptable. Her protective instincts kick in as she steps forward to defend Jacob, showing a fierce determination to stand up against bullying. The confrontation is tense and emotionally charged, with both sides unwilling to back down. Kerry's bold actions introduce a new layer of conflict, raising questions about whether her intervention will help improve the situation or unintentionally make things worse. While her intentions are rooted in loyalty and fairness, challenging someone in a position of authority could have serious consequences. At the same time, Graham Foster is dealing with his own agenda, quietly working towards causing disruption in the life of Kim Tate. His actions, though calculated, add to the growing tension that seems to be spreading across multiple storylines. As these separate threads begin to intertwine, everything builds toward a single catastrophic moment. Overwhelmed by emotion, Jacob, Kerry, and Graham each find themselves getting into their cars, their minds clouded with frustration, anger, and unresolved feelings. The air is thick with tension as they set off, each heading into the unknown with heightened emotions influencing their actions. Meanwhile, Cain Dingle is completely unaware of the danger about to strike. Standing in the middle of a quiet village road, he is engaged in a heartfelt phone conversation with Moira Dingle. In that moment, he expresses his love, offering a rare glimpse of vulnerability and warmth. It is a fleeting moment of calm, one that is shattered in an instant. Without warning, a speeding car approaches and crashes into him with devastating force. The impact is brutal, leaving Cain thrown to the ground, seriously injured and unable to move. The peaceful setting is transformed into a scene of chaos and horror within seconds. The identity of the driver remains unclear, adding a layer of mystery to the already tragic event. With multiple individuals on the road at the same time, suspicion immediately begins to form around who might be responsible. As the aftermath unfolds, the emotional weight of the situation becomes apparent. Kyle Winchester is the one who discovers Cain lying motionless on the roadside. The sight is deeply distressing, and panic quickly sets in as he realizes the severity of the situation. Acting fast, he calls emergency services, his voice filled with fear and urgency. Struggling to stay composed, he explains that his father has been hit and is unresponsive. His concern grows as he begins to fear the worst, unsure whether help will arrive in time. The tension of the moment is palpable, as every second feels crucial. The uncertainty surrounding Cain's condition leaves viewers questioning whether he will survive the ordeal. Back at the hospital, the storyline surrounding Jacob continues to develop alongside the unfolding tragedy. Despite everything happening around him, he remains stuck in a difficult position, still dealing with Caitlin's harsh treatment. Kerry's confrontation lingers in the air, creating an uneasy atmosphere. While she has made her stance clear, the outcome of her actions is far from certain. Caitlin's reaction suggests that she may not take the challenge lightly, potentially placing Jacob in an even more vulnerable position. This raises serious concerns about the impact on his future. Will standing up against injustice bring about positive change, or will it lead to unintended consequences that jeopardize his career? Emmerdale airs on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available for streaming on ITVX.